Hello and welcome to episode 19 of the Neon 1000, my continuing exploration of this book given away with Neon magazine in the late 90s. Today we're going to be talking about Living in Oblivion from 1995, which was number 161 under the Movies About Movies category. Written and directed by Tom DiCillo, I think I've pronounced that right, starring Steve Buscemi, Catherine Keener, Dermot Mulroney and Peter Dinklage in his first movie role. Apparently he had previously tried to avoid any roles that stereotypical dwarf roles. So here he plays a dwarf actor who is frustrated about being typecast in dwarf roles. Do you know anyone who has had a dream with a dwarf in it? I don't even have dreams with dwarfs in them. The only place I've seen dwarves in dreams is in stupid movies like this. Basically, Dinklage playing Dinklage. Hashtag Snow White. Apparently DiCillo was inspired to make the film based on his experience working on his first movie, Johnny Suede, and his intended second movie, Box of Moonlight, which I believe came out after this. So apparently, DiCillo's friends were very keen on the movie, and a bunch of them put up money, two of which appear in the film, but they are credited as producers. Michael Griffith, who plays the sound mixer, and Hilary Guilford, who plays the script girl. But other sources say that DiCillo asked his actors basically to work for free, and then when some of them put in money, they got roles in the film. So, unless you can ask the man himself, it's either or with that one. The basic plot is Steve Buscemi's director is trying to get a film made, an independent film, and basically nothing is going right. Not a single scene gets finished in the movie. Might in the actual movie, the movie within the movie, but not the movie about the movie. The film is basically set in 3 parts. Each part is Steve Buscemi's character trying to nail a particular scene. The first part is filmed in grainy black and white and switches to colour every time you're watching the actual scene. This part was apparently filmed over 5 days and was originally meant to be like a short, but DiCillo realised that it was basically too long to be a short, but too short to be a feature. So he basically expanded it and then turned it into a film. The second part is filmed in colour, but like natural colour, and then switches to like glossy black and white when they're filming the actual scenes. Part 2 sees Catherine Keener's character, try saying that 3 times fast, performing opposite a star actor slumming it in the Indies. This particular actor, legend has it, was based on Brad Pitt, who was the star of Johnny Suede, DiCillo's first movie. That's what it says in the book, but this apparently is just an urban legend, because Brad Pitt was originally going to play that character in this film, but couldn't because he had scheduling conflicts with Legends of the Fall. James DeGrosse, who played the star-studded actor, confirmed that it was not based on Brad Pitt, but his entire performance was based on a star-studded actor who he had recently worked with in another film. It's hard to narrow down who this was. He doesn't say who it is, but the year before he appeared in 5 different films, all with numerous actors. So yeah, unless he names names, no one will ever know who it was. But it definitely isn't Brad Pitt. The third part is them filming a dream sequence. This is where Peter Dinklage comes in. No visual trickery with this one, but various characters experience dream sequences. So then in the dream sequences, they play with colour and light and all sorts of stuff. Living in Oblivion is one of those films that I've only ever heard about in this book. It came out in 1995. The book came out in 1997. So it was a fairly new film at the time. I had no idea it existed. It's something that I probably would have noticed because it had Steve Buscemi in it, and I love Tarantino, so anything that had those actors associated with his films, kind of took notice of. So like Steve Buscemi was in Reservoir Dogs. Dermot Mulroney was in one of my favourite films at the time, Young Guns. So again, it was something I would probably have noticed, taken notice of. But yeah, never heard of it, other than this book. Never heard of it since. Never seen it anywhere, not a whisper. But it's so good. It draws you in straight away. The grainy black and white, it's like, oh, okay, what's this? And then it suddenly flips the colour, and it's very visually striking. It's also very funny. It's funny to see the situations that happen in the film, but it's also funny to see several of these characters slowly unravel over the course of like 3 days. And Steve Buscemi slowly losing his mind. Who knows if he ever finished this movie. Yeah, I highly recommend this one. I think this is probably my favourite film that I've watched as a result of this book, of this ongoing series that I hadn't already seen. Obviously, I've done Ghostbusters. Love Ghostbusters. But this was completely new to me and probably my favourite so far. I'd give it 4 stars, which for me means it is a great movie. It's just not a perfect movie. 5 stars is like perfection. Not many movies get 5 stars. On to the recommendations. So if you liked this particular movie, you could try, obviously, Johnny Suede, which was Tequilo's first movie. Brad Pitt's first starring role. It is very much style over substance, charisma and weirdness. But, yeah, it's a very 90s movie. And it does have Nick Cave in it. Airheads, also featuring Steve Buscemi, which is basically about a metal band trying to make it. Largely the film lampoons the music industry. So like a similar kind of film, different subject. And Ed Wood, Tim Burton's biopic of the worst director who ever lived, Edward D. Wood Jr. Basically it's about him trying to get his movies made. And they do make his movies look much better than they actually are. That's it. That's all I've got time for. So long. Farewell.